Here we go. 90. Wolf. Twist. Small. Yep. Go.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Martin running right. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
He's coming. We got double up. Run team spin. Go. Ready.
Looking to throw. Love. Looking middle, and that's complete. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Ready. Mike, 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Yep. Watch the twist. Now. Motion. Let's go.
First down. Here's the run with Martin. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. It's caught. Lockett. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll run it. Here's Martin. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. Following the penalty, Martin. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
2nd and 6 at the 12-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From from the pistol. They'll run with Martin. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll run. Martin. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
And no pitch there and no chance either, as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
On the double. 6. Mike's 56. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
A give going right to Martin. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Let's go, baby. Slam, slam, slam. Check 26, check 26. Check, 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 check. Topper, topper.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Switch it, switch it, switch it, come on, switch it. Big ass, big ass, big ass. Jam, 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 jam. Slam, slam. Hey, hey, watch this, watch this. Greystone travel, Greystone travel. Stand, go.
Running for it. Here's Martin. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Martin stopped short of the goal line. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Hey, we got Mike, number 50. Pistol. Tighten up, tighten up.
Now a handoff here to his running back.
Check 13.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Check 3, check 3. Shift. Real. Hurry. Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield on 3rd down from his end zone. He's got his man. That's Hardman. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a 1st down, too. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. And a give this time to the tailback. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
53's Mike. Run.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Good. 180. Pistol. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 30.
And they give this time to the tailback. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Mayfield. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Bills first down.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Here's Mayfield, and he slings one that's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, alert 33. 25, check 25.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
41-yard line.
180. Mike. Back. King. Get wide.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From the 39, Mayfield firing quickly here, and that's complete. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions. And here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield. He was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. Mayfield to throw it. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And the Raider D, they get the football back.
Got it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. To throw on second down. Love. This complete to Lockett. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Now a give, right side. Martin. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Back to throw. Love. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up second and 10.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is taken at its 4. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. The drive starting play, a good one. Give them 19.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, just in the nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't. Don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mayfield on play action. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Pistol. Check pass.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Returnable for Lockett. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Ready. 15 lining. 65. Recon, 132 fight.
They run again on 1st down. Martin. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run the counter with Martin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse, Martin. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll run for it with Martin. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that's complete to Croft. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
5. 53's Mike. Check 53.
Mayfield on 1st down. And he will find his man on the outside. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo 1st down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Now Mayfield, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
Again, it's Martin. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike. I'm trying to collect.
done on third down. Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Get in the weight room. Hey, switch gears.
Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield looks to throw. And this is incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it'll be third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, alert 33.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And the grab by Croft. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
Here we go. Let's bring it.
Alert, 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 alert.
Let's bring it. Check.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
Carry number 20 here for Martin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Eddie Jackson picks it. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Hey, Zoo.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they work this out past the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the gun, Mayfield. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Maurice Hurst able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
King.
4th down, Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And now off to the races down the right side. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
They can't stop you, son.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Throwing, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
From the 22, Mayfield. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills cut into that lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now, it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Check, 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 check. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
On first down, it's Martin. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They run the counter. Martin. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Ready, break. Mike 5-4. You can't block me. You can't block me. Twist, watch, twist, watch, twist. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Check nickel, nickel. Blue dog Porkers, check 99. Yep, take on the, go.
They run it again with Martin. And some room to roam now. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages.
Slam, go. Ready, go.
They run, Martin. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run the counter. It's Martin, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
They still playing soccer. Playing the wrong football. Kill. Turn up. Kill, General. Wax. He's chucking. Go.
They'll run for it. Martin. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase.
It got his man complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That goes for a gain of 31.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a first and 10.
Point it right. Hey, orbit. 42's the regular. Tight yard.
One last shot from Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And that will write a finish to this ball game.